Hello, everybody. Cal Banyan here. Cal Banyan's Hypnosis, etc. on calbanyan.com. And I am here on an all-Cal episode. And as I mentioned before, I am doing a quick series and short, sweet, and to the point, but most of all, from heart to heart. What I want to do is, as I said before in the previous three episodes, I was riding my motorcycle into work today. It was a beautiful day, coming in the late morning, and I was thinking about how wonderful things are and what I could really do to get some videos out there that would help you folks who are just getting started or thinking about coming into the profession or have been in the profession a little while and still starting to struggle. And so I decided I wanted to sit down and just do a heart-to-heart series with you about some important things that I think are just really keystones for, building yourself up in the practice and building the practice as a whole. So far, I've covered choosing the right school/organization. Then the second was focus. Don't go skipping around. Do some hypnosis, then do some massage, and then go do some astrology or something like that. You want to really go in and master what you've learned. Go through the manuals, go through the videos, go through the audios, whatever was provided to you by your hypnosis teacher. And don't be afraid. Okay, here's the key to investing in yourself after graduation. All right. They can only cover so much in 100 hours or so, and your training should be at least 100 hours. And by the time I get to the last day of class, their brain is filled up, and I have so much more for them than I could possibly give them in 10 days. And so I have additional materials. When they are ready for it, they can get it. For example, one of my greatest lamentations was that I have so much for you and for my students than I could possibly give in 10 days. And so what I did was I created the Banyan online supervision meeting audio programs. And what I did was I set up an online classroom where people enrolled in, like in any other class, and for 40 weeks, 40 weeks, I met with them in that virtual classroom, and I went into the things I've always wanted to go into deeper. Now, so when my graduates graduate from training, they have the material they got in class. And then when they're ready, they can go on to understanding what they're learning deeper. Okay? Because there's going to be this urge to learn, and unless the instructor doesn't fulfill it with something that's related, people will go on to something else, and they'll start learning some other thing, kinesiology, or, like I said before, astrology or something out of this natural, normal urge to learn. Find a teacher, find an organization that is willing and able to go as deep into the profession as you will eventually like. Remember, this is more than just a 10-day course. This is a career that, when done right, you can make a wonderful professional income. Just like a nurse or some other professional. I mean, it's not unheard of at all for people part-time to be making $50,000 to $70,000, full-time $100,000 and more. So now, I'm not telling you you're going to earn that amount, but I'm telling you we have graduates that are doing that. And so what happens is it isn't just a 10-day course. You will start with a 10-day course. You get enough to really get started, start helping people, and then you will come to a point where you're ready for more. Make sure that your school or your teacher doesn't send you off in some new direction. For example, what I highly don't recommend is first of all, let me preface with this. You can spend a lifetime getting better at and learning about hypnosis and hypnotherapy. I know, because I'm spending a lifetime doing it. I'm always getting better, and I'm always learning something new. And so I know I don't have to run off into some other field to continue to grow in this profession. So This would be a bad example of what an instructor would do. They spend 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days on hypnosis, and then afterwards sell you on an NLP course or a kinesiology course or something like that. Why? Because there's still so much to learn and to become confident in the world of hypnosis. Now, if you are a confident, competent, successful hypnotist, and you are bringing home the bacon, as they say in America, you are making a good full-time income, and you say, I hear this NLP stuff is pretty cool, or I hear Ericksonian hypnosis is awesome. Okay, good, learn it. One thing about like 5-Path, for example, is it's a system of hypnosis, but skills like counseling, NLP, Ericksonian, all these things can be integrated into it. Doesn't need it, but if it's an interest of yours, it can certainly be integrated into it. All right, so here we go. What am I talking about? I'm talking about input and getting better and better and better and better. Okay, so long time ago, I coined the phrase gold in for gold out. You want a golden life? Seek golden input. Then you'll have a golden life. Now, golden, it doesn't necessarily mean money, although it very well could be, but it means value. Gold really is nothing in and of itself except for the value that's been given to it by society, and then also as a material that is needed in industry and jewelry and stuff like that. Okay? Gold in for gold out, it comes from the old computer science term of garbage in, garbage out. See, there's the computers and the brain have been compared all the time. If you put garbage input into a computer, you will get garbage output. Okay? If you put garbage input into this computer, you will get garbage output. If you put golden input, you will have golden output. You will be productive, you will be creative, you will set good priorities, you'll be able to focus, all the really important things. So I talk about this a lot, and I think it's worth me talking about a lot because people sometimes need to hear things over and over. As hypnotists, we know that, human beings are suggestible all the time to varying degrees, and that hypnosis is simply a heightened state of suggestibility, right? So that means that when we're not in hypnosis, we're in the normal state of suggestibility. Okay, good. So when I say things over and over, it is like giving you a hypnotic suggestion over and over. You are in a suggestible state, and when I make a suggestion over and over, even without hypnosis, you're still in a suggestible state, it starts to have an effect. This is true about everything. This is true about everything you could touch, taste, smell, hear, everything that is input to your brain. If you grew up around a negative family, garbage in, garbage out. I grew up in a family where I never saw anybody read a book. Never saw it. What did they do? They watched TV. They had TV trays. They would get home, watch TV, eat dinner in front of the TV, and watch TV until it was time to go to bed. Well, guess what? What'd I do? Same thing. You notice homework wasn't involved in that. I graduated high school with about a C minus D plus average. Why? Because garbage in, garbage out. One of the best things that ever happened to me was I enlisted in the Air Force, and then I got some golden input. I learned about discipline. I learned about learning. I learned about reading books, and all that changed my life. In 3 years, I was training NCO for security forces for the Air Force at George Air Force Base in California. What a transition. Gold in for gold out. So with that in mind, I'm going to talk a little bit more about this. I am so aware of this. I watch very little TV. I Can't even remember the last time I've watched a television show. Now that sounds, oh gosh, Cal's so let it. No, 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 no. I'm on YouTube. I'm in other kinds of places. Gold in, gold out. Gold in, gold out. Now, really good gold input feels good. It's enjoyable. It is a learning experience. It can even challenge you, right? So instead of having fun watching TV and having nothing to show for it except the urge to buy the stuff that they were advertising to you while you were watching the TV program, okay, you can watch things that cause you to grow. It might be marketing. It might be one of my hundreds of free hypnosis training videos. Whatever is the kind of growth experience you need, okay? All right. And if you're a hypnotist, you're in business for yourself, and there's lots and lots of great things to learn. All right. So, gold in for gold out. Your output is only as good as your input. So, here are some of the very, very best ways to set up golden input. Now, let me start off with the worst way. It's still a good way, but it's the worst way. Go out and look for it. Get the urge to learn something that would benefit you, and then go out and seek it. Awesome, but not as awesome as these other things that we're going to talk about. Under most awesome kinds of gold in, there is subscribe. Subscribe. Simplest example would be go onto YouTube, find somebody really great, or go to calbanyan.com and click on free access to all my hypnosis training videos that I have for you, and subscribe. Now, what will happen is two things usually happen when you subscribe. You usually get instant access. This is true with the with the hypnosis videos on calbanyan.com, is you instantly get access to all the videos I've ever done. All those free videos right there on one page. I send you a link, bam, you get it. The other is every time I put up a new video, I send you a message and say, hey, new video is up. It's on such and such. Click here. Super easy. Why is this good? Because you don't have to go look for it. There is, let's say I put out a video about once a week, which is pretty much true. Then what's going to happen is each video kind of reminds you, oh yeah, I also want to learn about hypnosis and sports. I wonder if Cal has a video on that. And you go to that page with all those videos. Oh, I wonder if he has a video on weight loss. I wonder if he's got a video on age regression. Believe me, I've got all that stuff for you. So, subscribing to golden input. There's other forms of subscribing. So you can subscribe to podcasts, which are audio, or YouTube, which is video, or vlogs, which are video blogs. Now, also, you can, and this is really good, is some of you may never have done this, and that is you could actually subscribe to a magazine. That's right. It's hard to ignore a magazine when it comes in your mailbox, snail mail, right? And there it is. Wow. And it's awesome. For example, as a member of the National Guild of Hypnotists, every quarter, bam, here comes the journal. And I've been writing for that journal for, gosh, I don't know how many years, maybe 12, 13, 14, 15 years. And there you go. You can look through that. It comes automatically. Subscribe is automatic gold come in that you don't have to go look for. Now, the other kind of gold input is golden habits. Golden habits. Golden habits are one of the most powerful things we can do to take control of our subconscious mind. Our subconscious mind is where our emotions and habits, long-term memory, all that's at, right? So you want to build positive habits. There's books on how to build positive habits. There's podcasts on how to build positive habits. What happens with positive habits is it removes the need for discipline. I've been looking at some of these guys. God, they're so disciplined. They work out, every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, or every Monday through Friday, or whatever, or they ride their bicycle, or, they do their homework consistently like clockwork. They're so disciplined. One day I figured out, you know what? They're not. it's just become a habit. It's just become who they are. They get up in the morning and they work out. And they don't even think about it. It's like, should I work out this morning? What level of discipline do I need to apply to work out this morning? That isn't happening. It's they get up, they put on their gym clothes, or they put on their bicycle riding outfit, or their jogging clothes, or whatever it is, and they go do it. And they're used to getting up at that time. So it's all habit. Golden habits are one of the most powerful things you can do with your subconscious mind. Okay. So, subscribing, awesome. Going out looking for gold, awesome. Making golden habits, super awesome. And then cultivate golden relationships. Man, you're going to have friends anyway. Why not have golden friends? Meet up with people that are interested in personal growth, who are doing well. Maybe they've already figured some stuff out. Some examples of where you can do that is you join clubs where people are interested in the same thing, where successful people are. There's a place called meetup.com. You can go through there. And if there isn't something there that you want, you can start a meetup. I once started a meetup that has over 600 members in it. I'm no longer a member because it's not something I'm choosing to spend a lot of time on. But when I first moved to California from Minnesota, I didn't know anybody. One of my interests was playing bass guitar. I did not want to be in a band. I just didn't have the time for it or the interest of really going out and performing and doing stuff. I just loved playing bass guitar. So I started the Orange County Jammers, which was on meetup.com. And I basically said, hey, this group is for people who love to play, but they don't want to be in a band. And and what happened is right now, I think if you went there, there's over 600 members to that group. And what they do is I may still actually be a member on there, but I'm not involved in it anymore, even though I'm the founding member. They go from these different locations and they have jam nights and they get together and they play and it's awesome. And if you want to be a good musician, that would certainly be gold in for gold out. But as whatever you're interested in, build those golden relationships. One of the things we do in our organization, the 5-Path International Association of Hypnosis Professionals, is we have a website, 5-path.com, and in there is a members area, and we have a super community in there. Message boards going. We have a journal by 5-pathers, for 5-pathers. We have a radio station, TV station, and it just goes on and on. Things that build community. So like, for example, we went to the National Guild of Hypnotists. We had almost 100 5-pathers there at their convention. And we continued to build community. We started the convention off with 5-pathers reunion and awards dinner. And then, which is a great way to go to the convention, meet up with people who are like-minded that you probably already know through the message boards, go through the convention together. And then at the end, we have what we call the Fundango. The Fundango is another social meeting where we get together and get to continue to build those golden relationships with people who are interested in growing in the same ways that we're interested in growing and have accomplished the same things that we want to accomplish. All right, so there you go. Your output is only as good as your input. Subscribe, golden subscriptions. Make golden habits. Cultivate golden relationships. Join golden communities. This is one of the most important things you could do in this profession or any other thing that you really want to do well in. All right, this is Cal Banyan signing off.